If you are hiring employees or contractors internationally in 2026, you probably come across two major platforms. That is Deel and Oyster HR. Deel and Oyster HR. They both help companies hire globally, manage payroll, stay compliant, and also pay remote teams across countries. But while they look similar on the surface, there are some major differences when it comes to the pricing, the onboarding, the contractor management, support quality, and the overall value. Therefore, in this video, I'm comparing Deal versus Oyster HR across six important categories so you can decide which platform is actually better for your business. By the end of this video, you will know which platform is best for freelancers, startups, remote teams, and growing international companies. Therefore, let's get started. Look at what each platform actually does. First, we have got a deal. It was launched in 2019 and it has grown into one of the biggest global hiring and payroll platforms in the world. It supports contractor management, employer of record services, global payroll, HR tools, compliance management, and many more. And on the other side, we have got Usta HR, which was also launched in 2019, and it focuses heavily on compliant global hiring with a simpler and a more HR-focused experience. Both platforms support remote-first companies and international hiring, while the biggest difference is this. On the side of a deal, we have got on the side of a deal, it focuses on speed, automation, and broad feature ecosystem. And on the other end, on the other side, Oyster focuses more on simplicity, guided HR support, and compliance-heavy hiring. I think we can now compare them category by category. Country coverage. Deal supports contractor payments in over 150 countries and employer of record services in more than 100 countries. On the other hand, we have got Oyster, which supports hiring in over 180 countries and payroll in more than 140 currencies. Therefore, on paper, Oyster has a slightly broader international coverage. However, Deal has invested heavily on legal entities across many countries, which helps create a more standardized onboarding experience. But on the other end, Oyster relies on a mix of uh, owned entities and local partners, depending on the region. For most companies hiring in major markets like the US, the UK, Europe, Canada, or Africa, both platforms will work well. But if consistency and faster onboarding matters most, then the deal has got a slight advantage. Therefore, on the verdict on the country coverage, they are very close overall, but deal gets a slight edge for consistency and automation. Next is contractor management, and this is one of the biggest differences between the two platforms. Deal offers a free contractor management plan. That means that you can onboard contractors, create compliant agreements, manage invoices, and send payments internationally without paying a monthly fee for the core features. And on the other hand, Oyster charges around $29 per contractor per month after the first two contractors. Now, Oyster does offer a free trial, which is useful for testing the platform, but long term, the pricing difference becomes significant. Both platforms support multiple currencies and payment methods. They also include compliance protections for contractor classification. But when you look at this particular aspect, Deel also supports milestone-based payments for project work, which is especially useful for freelancers, developers, agencies, and creative teams. For small businesses, virtual assistants, and remote startups, Deel simply offers more flexibility at a lower cost. Therefore, my verdict on this first comparison, Deel clearly wins contractor management. Look at employer of record services. This is where companies can legally hire full-time employees in other countries without opening local entities. Both Deel and Oyster handle local contracts, payroll, taxes, compliance, benefits, and onboarding. But there are some important differences. When you look at the EOR pricing usually starts at around $699 per employee per month. But when we check on the other side on a Deel, we check on the other side of Deel. Deel uses a quote-based pricing depending on the country and hiring volume. One major consideration with the Oyster is the salary deposit requirement, and in many cases, businesses are required to keep roughly 1 month of employee salary on deposit. For larger teams, this can tie up a lot of working capital. A Deel generally does not require this type of upfront deposit. And another difference is also on onboarding speed. Deel is known for faster onboarding and more automated workflows. And on the other hand, Oyster focuses more on guided onboarding and hands-on HR support. This is where actually Oyster performs very well. Companies dealing with complicated compliance situations or country-specific HR issues often appreciate Oyster's specialist support team. Therefore, my verdict on this speed and pricing, Oyster wins on guided HR support, and Deel wins on speed and pricing. Speed and pricing. Let's talk about user experience. Both platforms are modern, clean, and beginner friendly. Oyster is known for having a very simple and intuitive interface. The onboarding flows are easy to follow, and the dashboard feels less overwhelming for smaller HR teams. For the Deel platform, it is broader and includes more advanced features. In addition to payroll and hiring, Deel also offers HR tools, expense tracking, integrations, and workforce management features. Therefore, this means that a Deel can feel slightly more complex initially, but it also scales better for growing businesses. Both platforms can integrate very well with tools like Slack, Zapier, and Bubble HR. If your priority is simplicity, Oyster has the advantage. But if your priority is feature depth and scalability, Deel wins. Therefore, my verdict on this is that Oyster wins on simplicity, and on the other hand, Deels wins on functionality. Deels wins on functionality. Support is another major factor. Oyster is we have got Oyster. Oyster is known for a strong in-house HR and compliance support, as we can be able to see. For companies navigating international labor laws, employee terminations, benefits management, or relocation support. Osters specialist teams are a major advantage. Then, on the other hand, Deel also offers responsive support through here the help center. Responsive support, and it has got a large knowledge base. Its documentation and self-service resources are excellent. But when it comes to highly specialized HR guidance, OSTAR tends to provide a more hands-on experience. Therefore, my verdict on this is that OSTAR wins on a specialist based wins on a specialist human support, and Deel wins on self-service resources and scalability. Compare pricing. For contractor management, Deel offers a free core plan, and for on the other hand, Oster charges a monthly per contractor after the first 2 users. For employer of record services, Oster starts at $699 monthly, and on the other hand, Deel pricing varies by country and hiring skill. Another important factor is the foreign exchange fees. Deel generally offers tighter foreign exchange spreads compared to Oyster, which can make a noticeable difference for companies running large payroll volumes internationally. And unlike Oyster, Deel typically does not require large upfront salary deposits. Therefore, for startups, freelancers, agencies, and smaller teams, remote teams, Deel is usually a more cost-effective. It's a more cost-effective platform. Therefore, my verdict on this is that Deel wins on overall pricing. The overall scorecard. Deel wins on contractor management, pricing, onboarding speed, and overall scalability. And on the other hand, Oyster performs very well in customer support and platform simplicity. For most freelancers, startups, agencies, and growing remote businesses, Deel offers the stronger overall value. But for companies needing HR guidance and a simpler HR focused experience, Oyster remains a very strong alternative. Which platform is better in 2026? For most businesses, Deel is the better overall choice. The free contractor management, faster onboarding, lower operational costs, and a broader feature set to make it extremely attractive for remote teams and international hiring. On the other hand, Oyster is still an excellent platform. It supports quality, clean interface, and a compliance-focused approach makes it a strong option for companies that prioritize a guided HR assistant. But overall, Deel delivers more flexibility and better value for the majority businesses. To check out Deel for yourself, I will leave the link in the description below. And if this comparison helped you, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more software comparisons, and comment below which platform you would choose. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.